James Thomas, here we are, my two favorite movie critics. I had to pause on that one. Janelle and Tony. We're going to talk about some movies that are coming out this weekend. I'm going to let Tony go first. Tony, what are you talking about today?
First one up is Unstoppable. It follows the incredible true story of Anthony Robles, born with only one leg, and his journey to becoming an NCAA champion in wrestling. Jarrell Jerome impressively embodies Anthony Robles here, including his disability. Honestly, it's hard to imagine how they're able to film this. You'll find yourself Googling to see if Jarrell Jerome also was born with one leg. He's that convincing. Jennifer Lopez does a great job here. Absolutely great support. She really kind of sheds her normal persona and just becomes the character, and the film it works better because of it. A strong supporting cast of Michael Pena, Don Cheadle, Bobby Cannavaro was a pretty evil character. But it's a strong film that's elevated above just average sports film due to its cast. 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, what's next?
Next one is we're going to go a different depressing route, The Room Next Door. So Pedro Almodovar here. It's a film about the end of life and how you're accepting your fate and death when you know it's right around the corner. It balances the bleak with expressive vividity. Tilda Swinton here, who's great in everything she always does, is fantastic once again. She'll break your heart, shatter in a million pieces. And Julianne Moore provides excellent support. It's a hard watch. It's very tough and makes you ponder your own end of life and things in that nature, but it also is a very, very good film as well. So 4 out of 5 for me.
All right. Now we're going to move on to stuff we've all seen together, right? And Janelle goes, yes, we are going to do that. Nickel Boys. Let's talk about Nickel Boys real quick. I kind of like Nickel Boys. It was really good. The cinematography, I'm still getting into that. It was very interesting how they did something different. And the two guys that played in it were very, very good. Janelle, what did you think about it?
Quite enjoyed the point of view shooting that they did. You kind of do guess the little twist at the end, but I thought overall it was a great story, a great historical insight. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I give it 4 out of 5.
Tony?
One of the best films of the year. I mean, the first person perspective adds so much, reality, but also depth to the characters and what they went through in those reform schools. It's powerful. It's heartbreaking. We talked about the cast, Ethan Harris and Brandon Wilson. Aunjanue Ellis Taylor here, limited screen time, massive impact. Another strong role for her, but definitely one of the best films of the year. Highly recommend it. It's a 4.5 out of 5 for me.
September 5. What did you think about September 5, Tony?
Well, here, everyone's going to be like, well, we've seen this before, right? Wrong. This is a totally different perspective from Spielberg's Munich. It tells the story of the 1972 Munich Olympic hostage crisis, but from the perspective of the sports team that was shooting it, covering it in real time. It's all about journalistic integrity and responsibility as well as what they're reporting, but it's riveting. It's electric, sharply paced, and smartly written. Great cast, John Magaro, Peter Sarsgaard, Leonie Benesch. It really is a great film. I know a lot of people are going to kind of skip it because of the tensions between Israel and Palestine right now. This film was shot and before all that conflict began, so that was never its point. But it's a 4.5 out of 5 for me. A very, very good film.
Janelle, what did you think?
Not seen that one, James.
Oh, you didn't see that one? Oh, I'm so sorry. I will talk for Janelle. I know what Joe's going to say. It was really a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I love the cinematography. Yes, you're right, Tony. A lot of people probably are not going to see that because they're going to go, wait, the tensions are right now. I definitely give it maybe a 4 out of 5. All right, let's move on to the next one. Tony, what do we got going on?
Oof. Hardest one to review of the week. Sorry, folks. Wolfman is another, you've seen the story in different iterations here and there. Man becoming a wolf. This is an absolute dud of a film for me. There was just nothing there that I really have nothing too positive to say. I don't like to really stomp on a movie when it's down, but start from the pacing was painfully slow, the very predictable, head scratching moments in the film. The acting was subpar at best. Just not a lot here. Leigh Whannell's given us a lot of great stuff here in the past when it comes to horror films. This is just not one of them.
Janelle?
Oh, it's not good. The dialogue's not good. The chemistry's not good. It's a wolf in not a good way. It's a good 2 out of 5.
I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 because it reminded me of old Lon Chaney back in the 1940s and 1950s. Yes, I'm that old. I can see that stuff. I give it at least a 3.5 out of 5. Okay, folks, that's it. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend.